The Flash finally delivers on a character that ever since the elongated man, Ralph Dibny, was introduced, you knew this character would show up sooner or later. And she finally did. Ralph's future wife, Sue. Yeah, Sue Dearborn appeared. This was the case that the missing girl that he was assigned to look for, and, well, he finds her. Well, this type of storyline for romantic characters is nothing new. In fact, it's pretty much the template for Batman and Catwoman. So basically, yeah, Sue is pretty much Selena Kyle here. She's a thief, and she leads Ralph on a wild goose chase, fooling him the whole time, teasing him because men are stupid, you know, and yeah, tricks him to, she wants to steal from, yeah, she gives him a story that none of it's true, or at least not as she puts it, like she's a damsel in distress and all this sort of thing. Yeah, and well, of course, to save on money, because they can't really afford to do too many superpowered things, there's only a few scenes of Ralph actually being elongated man and that sort of thing. By the way, the show is called The Flash, but he only shows up in the last few seconds. Yeah. So anyway, I guess this ultimately has something to do with Black Hole, this organization that Iris was investigating, but now her doppelganger is investigating it, and she wanted to get a hold of one of the old weapons. I've already forgotten which one it is. One of the super guns. At first she just wants it, and Barry's like, no, Iris, it's dangerous. And then eventually Barry says, I need to trust Iris. So he hands it over to her, and it's probably a mistake, but what are you going to do? Meanwhile, they do explore more what the hell's going on with the real Iris. Well, she's trapped behind the mirror in Wonderland, and lo and behold, she's not alone. There's this the woman who was the wife of the evil CEO that's apparently in charge of Black Hole. Well, apparently she's been trapped in that world since the series began, when the big dark matter thing happened because of the collider that, you know, gave the Flash's powers and all that. So of course she's nuts because she's been trapped there all this time, couldn't figure out a way to get out. And thought this, oh, it's mirrors and everything, so certainly Mirror Master would appear, but maybe not so much. Iris decides, oh, wait, there may be a way out of this, because this reminds me of a case of the Mirror Master, so they try that, and it doesn't quite work. But in the process of doing so, they discover Elizabeth is her name, has power over the mirror. And after they shatter it, she builds it back up so they can see the outside world again. But that seems to be all she can do at the moment. But obviously, there's probably a way she can get out. So all these years wasted. All she needed was Iris to give her a little pep talk, you know. So of course she's still going to be crazy. I mean, that's years of isolation. So yeah, and I'm assuming there's a shower in there. Otherwise, well, you know. So that's that deal. And they explain it as sort of, you know, almost like a pocket dimension of some sort. And it's not so much a parallel universe, apparently. So I guess this isn't a vehicle by which they would reveal to the CW superheroes that the multiverse did survive. It was only changed or what have you. But anyway. So that's the deal there. Meanwhile, Nash, he makes a little cameo as well. He keeps seeing what appears to be the ghost of Harrison Wells for whatever reason. Or it's just a figment of his past self or something. Who knows? Or is it Eobard Thawne again in the form of Wells pulling some sort of stunt? I don't know. But Nash is the only one who can see him. And so there you go. So that's about all you get there. So the rest of it is just Ralph and Sue. And yeah, I mean, she's pretty and all, but man, she's just really nasty. It's like, why are you chasing after her? But of course, eventually they'll get together, but she treats him like utter garbage. And it's like, move on, you know? So she's stealing something from a safety deposit box from these criminals, and they get the drop on her, and she's pretty much done until Ralph shows up and saves her. Is she grateful? No. She treats him like crap some more. And then lo and behold, yes, she has a Catwoman suit, so I guess that's appropriate since she's basically stealing the Catwoman character. And then, they spent a little money to show Ralph save her, so he, enlarged his hand to protect her from the bullets that they were shooting at them. And then all of a sudden they hear a bunch of noises, and so they open up and look out, and the criminal gang are all knocked out. And then lo and behold, it's Ultraviolet. She's the black hole assassin, what have you. And she's after the same whatever it is. And she quickly makes short work of Ralph Dibny, of course. And then Sue takes her on because she's badass, and she tells her to bring it. And so then they go into some, kicking fight, what have you. And she beats Ultraviolet, and then at the last minute slides the box over to Ralph that supposedly has the black hole device that she was stealing. But she tricked him. She still had it, and she runs off. But she gives a little smile to Ralph, because she feels something too, But the whole thing is stupid. They had to have their stupid cat fight, but Ultraviolet has these superpowers. She doesn't have to put up with that crap. She just wipes out stupid Sue and takes the damn device, and she's good. She's hired to do just that. You said you go back to your boss and he says, hey, what the hell? Where's the device? Why couldn't you get it? Well, I got into a kicking fight with this little bitch, and she beat me. He said, what do you mean a kicking fight? Why didn't you just blast her away? And we gave you superpowers for that reason, She said, well, she challenged me, and I had to accept. Oh, God, come on. So, yeah, pretty stupid. You got a little more than the last episode, but it's still pretty much filler territory. I mean, you could have weaved this into better episodes and wrapped it up rather quickly. But anyway, Sue's just another typical character that CW produces. There's tons of them, and then this is no different. They really have no ideas. And I mean, by the time she becomes Good Girl, she'll just be kind of a nag, That's it. And this is, of course, the obligatory woman saves man scene. Now, keep in mind, Sue is pretty small, toothpick limbed, and Ralph is being manhandled by some thug which really couldn't do because he's an elongated man, so a lot of things just aren't going to hurt him. They do get it where he manages to shove his head underwater, so I guess, maybe you could get him that way. And then Sue announces herself to this guy and then leaps in and kicks him in the face and knocks him down. Yeah, and says, well, are you happy? Are you still mad I didn't stay in the car? Or something like that, Yeah. I mean, at least do it where she sneaks up on him and hits him over the head with a crowbar or something like that, That would be more believable. They don't even know how to write this stuff, but she had to come in like she has superpowers, but she doesn't. If she did, then, well, that's a different matter. But now she just had a boot on her toothpick-limbed leg. Yeah, well, so hopefully we'll get more in depth of what this bizarre mirror story is next week. But no, it won't. I saw the previews. It's going to be a Gorilla Grodd adventure, which might be good, but it looks like Barry gets captured, and so that's a vehicle, so where they don't have to show too many special effects, except for the gorilla himself. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see where that goes. There you go. Girl Named Sue. I guess a little better than last week, but not by much. Yeah. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, why not like and subscribe and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my many stores that have plenty of goodies for you, including my comic book Night Night over at indieplanet.com. Oh, yeah. And, of course, you can catch my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, over at RadioMisfits.com, and you can watch my videos at BitChute. That's the Mr Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.